welcome to Virtual Story Time.
Yes, this week we are talking about one of my very favorite holidays of the year. We're talking about Thanksgiving and being thankful.
That's right, it's important to be thankful all year round, but especially at this time of year, it's kind of brought to our attention. So we're going to be talking about things we're thankful for and Thanksgiving. We have some good stories and a really good puppet show for you. So sit back, enjoy, and we will see you after that. Bye.
I'm going to read you a story called Thankful. We're going to find out all the things that people are thankful for. The waitress is thankful for comfortable shoes. Yes, indeed. They work very hard. The local reporter for interesting news. Of course, you have to have something interesting to report on. The gardener's thankful for every green sprout. Looks like a lot of green sprouts. The fireman for putting the fire out. What does a fire truck sound like? They say, woo, woo. The poet is thankful for words that rhyme. The children for morning story time, right? The clown for her costume, silly and bright. She has a balloon too. The doctor is thankful when patients get well. The traveler for a cozy hotel. That definitely looks very cozy. The dancer is thankful. She loves the beat that stirs her heart and hips and feet. I bet you're a good dancer. The chef is thankful for plates licked clean. The tailor for her sewing machine. The queen is thankful for afternoon tea. Make sure you keep your pinky out. The beekeeper for the honey bee. The mayor is thankful for every vote. The sailor for his sturdy boat. The crafter is thankful for glitter and glue. Absolutely. And me, I'm ever so thankful for you. The end.
And I'm going to read you a story called Giving Thanks, a Native American Good Morning Message. To be a human being is an honor, and we offer thanksgiving for all the gifts of life. Mother Earth, we thank you for giving us everything we need. Thank you, deep blue waters around Mother Earth, for you are the force that takes thirst away from all living things. We give thanks to green grasses that feel so good against our bare feet, for the cool beauty you bring to Mother Earth's floor. Thank you, good foods from Mother Earth, our life sustainers, for making us happy when we are hungry. Fruits and berries, we thank you for your color and sweetness. We are all thankful to good medicine herbs for healing us when we are sick. Thank you, all the animals in the world, for keeping our precious forests clean. All the trees in the world, we are thankful for the shade and warmth you give us. Thank you, all the birds in the world, for singing your beautiful songs for all to enjoy. We give thanks to you, gentle four winds, for bringing clean air for us to breathe from the four directions. Thank you, Grandfather Thunder Beings, for bringing rains to help all living things grow. Elder Brother Sun, we send thanks for shining your light and warming Mother Earth. Thank you, Grandmother Moon, for growing full every month to light the darkness for children and sparkling waters. We give you thanks, twinkling stars, for making the night sky so beautiful and for sprinkling morning dewdrops on the plants. Spirit protectors of our past and present, we thank you for showing us ways to live in peace and harmony with one another. And most of all, thank you, Great Spirit, for giving us all these wonderful gifts so we will be happy and healthy every day and every night. The end.
Miss Mary and I are going to read to you together a book called All of Me, a book of thanks. Look at my fine feet. When you look at your feet, thank you, feet, for holding me up when I stand, when I walk, and when I jump.
When I sit down, I sit on my good bottom. Thank goodness.
What grand hands! Thank you, hands, for gripping and throwing and patting and holding and for hugging, of course.
Thank you, arms, for hugging even more. And I look at my knees and elbows. My knees and elbows bend whenever I ask.
Now my hands feel up here. I feel my head. Can you put your hands on your head? Thank you, my extraordinary head, for all your different parts.
I smile and talk and sing with my mouth. My lips kiss mommy and daddy. Can you blow a kiss? Mwah. My teeth bite crackers. My tongue licks ice cream. My mouth tastes all my food before it slides down here into my tummy.
I see with my eyes. Can you point to your eyes? I see the night outside. Inside I see light and animals, a ball, a clock, a book, and big hands. Whose big hands are those? Whose do you think they are?
I smell with my nose. Point to your nose. So many different smells, and sometimes my nose rubs other noses.
I listen with my ears. Can you point to your ears? Outside I hear cars rumbling. I hear people playing music. I hear honking, singing, barking, and laughing. Inside I hear purring from the kitty cat. I hear a ticking clock. And in between the noises, I hear
silence. Now I feel my heart beat. Thump, thump, thump. Thank you, heart, for pumping life all through my body. Thank you, my whole body.
Today I did so many things. Today I felt so many feelings. I feel curious and excited and angry and brave and sad and scared and shy and happy and thankful and calm.
Today I feel loving, loving and perfectly safe.
And right now I know also that I am part of this whole world, this universe. All this is my home. I am alive and this whole universe is inside
All of me. What a wonder. The end. On the corner of First Street and Long Street, on the very top floor, Amu was cooking a thick red stew in a big fat pot for a nice evening meal. She seasoned and stirred it and took a small taste. "What a delicious stew," Amu said. "Tonight's dinner will surely be the best I have ever had."
With that, Amu put down her spoon and went to read a book before supper. As the thick red stew simmered on the stove, its scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door and down the hall toward the street and around the block until, knock, someone was at the door. When Amu opened it, she saw
A little boy.
Little boy, exclaimed, what brings you to my home? I was playing in my race car down the hall when I smelled the most delicious smell, the little boy replied. What is it? It's thick red stew, replied Amu. Stew, he sighed. That sure sounds yummy.
Amu thought for a moment. She was saving her stew for dinner, but she had made quite a bit. It would not hurt to share. Would you like some? The little boy nodded, and so Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Amu, the little boy said, and went on his way.
With that, Amu closed the door and went back to her book. As she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street and around the block until, knock, knock, someone was at the door. When Amu opened it, this time she saw
A police officer. Mr. Police Officer, Amu exclaimed. What brings you to my home? I was on duty down the street when I smelled the most delicious smell, the police officer replied. What is it? It's thick red stew, said Amu. Ah, stew, he said, and his mouth watered. That sounds mighty tasty.
Amu thought for a moment. There was still enough to share. Would you like some? The police officer nodded. Once again, Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Amu, the officer said, and went on his way.
And so, for the second time, Amu closed the door and went back to her book. Sure enough, as she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until, knock, knock, knock. Again, someone was at Amu's door. This time, when she opened it, she saw
a hot dog vendor. Mr. Hot Dog Vendor, Amu exclaimed, what brings you to my home? I was selling my hot dogs down the block when I smelled the most delicious smell, Mr. Hot Dog Vendor replied. What is it? It's thick red stew, answered Amu. Ooh, stew. The vendor licked his lips. That sounds quite delectable. So Amu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. Thank you, Amu, the hot dog vendor said, and went on his way.
Throughout the day, people from all across the neighborhood knocked on Amu's door. She fed a shop owner, a cab driver, a doctor, an actor, a lawyer, a dancer, a baker, an artist, a singer, an athlete, a bus driver, a construction worker, and even the mayor stopped by. And each time they knocked, Amu shared.
Soon the sky darkened, the streetlights brightened, and it was finally time for dinner. But when Amu opened her big fat pot of thick red stew for her nice evening meal, it was empty. Amu sniffed. There goes the best dinner I ever had. Sorry and blue, she sat at the table with the empty pot until knock, 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 knock. Who could that be? Amu wondered. When she opened the door,
The little boy, the police officer, the hot dog vendor, the shop owner, the cab driver, the doctor, the actor, the lawyer, the dancer, the baker. Why, everyone she fed today was at her door. I'm sorry, everyone, Amu sighed. My thick red stew is all gone. I have nothing left to share. The little boy tugged at Amu's sleeve. Don't worry, Amu. We are not here to ask. We are here to give.
the police officer carried in a fresh salad. The mayor entered with a roast chicken. The baker brought a collection of sweet goodies. Even the little boy presented Amu with something special in a shiny red envelope. Everyone who had knocked on Amu's day that door squeezed inside her tiny apartment, and together they ate, danced, and celebrated. While Amu's big fat pot of thick red stew was empty, her heart was full of happiness and love.
That was the best dinner she ever had. The end.
Hello and welcome back. Thank you for listening to those great Thanksgiving stories.
Yes, and we do have a craft for you this week. You can come by the library and pick that up. And just so you know, the library will be closed this Thursday and Friday in observance of Thanksgiving. So make sure you swing by to pick up that craft by Wednesday, or over the weekend is fine too. So we hope that you have a really great week, a really happy Thanksgiving, and as always, we are very thankful for all of you. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.